Untitled Book 2, but I'm here with a review. Can you believe it? I can actually, because I worked hard on it. And this is for Girls Burn Brighter by Shoba Rao. So the reason I picked up this book in the first place is because I had previously read and loved her short story collection, and Restored Woman, and so I was excited to see what she could do with a full-length novel. So that was the reason I picked it up. A quick summary. It's about two girls in India. They meet when one is hired by the other's father to work as a sari maker, as a weaver, and they form an intense friendship. And I just want to clarify that even though one's father hires the other, that there's not a big class difference. They're pretty much equal. So this isn't a rich family hiring a poor Indian girl. It's kind of like a poor guy hiring a poorer girl, if that makes sense. And then the two are separated after some horrible things happen. One experiences a great trauma, the other is married, which is also a trauma. The main plot is about them finding their way back to each other across continents. Some of the themes in the book include female friendship, human trafficking and sexual assault, poverty, and feminism. So, what did I enjoy? The setting. To be honest, I love stories set in India, especially when the characters explored on foot, and then talking about food. I always end up craving Indian food when I read books set in India, and now I want to try this new food that seems really simple. It's a banana yogurt rice. So if you have a recipe for that, can you, give it to me? I also enjoyed the relationship between the two girls. It was such a great friendship. They were perfectly made for each other, and I pictured them growing up and living together like the Golden Girls, and it wasn't sexual or romantic, it was just, platonic friendship. And it's that love between friends that kept them going through everything, that drives their intelligence and their gumption to keep on going, and that was inspiring. I also like the horrible mother-in-law. This seems to be a trope I've come across before in Indian fiction. I'm thinking of The Hero's Walk by Anita Rao Badami here as well. And they're just some of the greatest villains in my opinion. Villains don't always need this kind of sad backstory for being as mean as they are. Sometimes people are just nasty people, and they're just willing to do horrible things to people. And that's the character that we get in Girls Burn Brighter. I also liked the writing, so that's what I really enjoyed about An Unrestored Woman. So seeing that again in Girls Burn Brighter. She's great at including metaphors and little fables, and they all add meaning to the story. I also liked the mystery. That helped keep the book going, of whether Purnima would find Savitha, and that was well done, and it kept you guessing right until the last word of the book, and even past that. The pacing was good in that aspect. It wasn't rushed, it felt realistic, because there were times where Purnima went over to America to find Savitha, and she's sitting around doing nothing for 2 weeks because she's like, I don't know what to do next, right? So it felt realistic, but it was still well paced, it wasn't drawn out. And the closer they got to each other, the quicker the pace picked up. And Shoba Rao knows how to dangle hope and happiness just within reach if you're willing to get up on your tiptoes and go and stretch just a little more to reach for that, without it being saccharine and cheesy. So what didn't I like? Actually, this made me drop the book a star rating, because it was constant sexual assault that added nothing to the plot, and it got kind of gratuitous and repetitive. I just want to read a book about women that doesn't feature rape. I don't know why that's so hard to ask. I understand it's a reality for some people, and maybe she's trying to capture that, but if it doesn't add to your story, either character or plot development, then it doesn't need to be included. And I felt like it didn't in this point. The character of Mohan's father felt really underdeveloped. He was the one responsible for trafficking the women into America, and I wanted to know more about him, and how he felt about that, to be doing this to people from his own country. It felt like he was just a cutout figure, just kind of pointed at when asked who was responsible for what was happening. She could have removed the character of Suresh, in my opinion, altogether, and replaced him with his father, to give him more of a story, but the book's already published and I'm not an editor, so, but that's just my opinion. What could have been done. There is a quote I'd like to share from the book here. I'm just going to read it off my screen. What fools we all are, we girls, afraid of the wrong things at the wrong times, afraid of a burned face when outside waiting for you are fires you cannot imagine. Men holding matches up to your gasoline eyes, flames, flames all around you, licking at your just born breast, your just bled body, and infernos. Infernos as wide as the world, waiting to impoverish you, make you ash, and even the wind, my dear, she thought, watching you burn, willing it, passing over you and through you, scattering you because you are a girl and because you are ash, and you're afraid of me. I like that. That's where the whole girls burn brighter quote comes from as well. So who would I recommend this book for? People who want to learn about other cultures. This book features great descriptions of weaving and the making of saris, simple common foods that common people eat, and the immigrant experience, and not in your typical fashion. Readers who want to enjoy books about empowered women finding their own power and wielding it. And readers who enjoy works by Anita Rabadami, one of my favorite authors, or Khalid Hosseini as well. So yes, that is my review of Girls Burn Brighter by Shoba Rao. Let me know if you've read this book and what you thought of it, and thank you for watching.